It has taken almost 2 decades for justice to be served. Gary Dobson and David Norris found guilty of murdering Stephen Lawrence in April 1993. For Stephen's parents, Doreen and Neville Lawrence, this has been a long and painful journey. Their son was stabbed to death by a gang of white youths shouting racial abuse on this South London street. In 2007, new forensic evidence from Dobson and Norris's clothing linked them to the scene of the crime and opened the way for the new trial. The prosecution said fibres from Stephen's clothing were found on a jacket belonging to Dobson, and an evidence bag used to store Norris's jeans contained 2 of Stephen's hairs. It was enough to help convince the jury of 8 men and 4 women they were guilty. The significance of this case went far beyond the tragedy of a young black man's death. It inspired an at times very uncomfortable assessment of Britain's race relations and of its policing. The Lawrences were unhappy with the police investigation from the start. In 1993, 3 men were charged with Stephen's murder, but the case was dropped for lack of evidence. The Lawrence family then pursued a private prosecution against 5 men, including Dobson and Norris, but this also collapsed in 1996. In 1999, a public inquiry into the initial handling of the case levelled withering criticism at the London police force, both for its bungling of the original investigation and for what it called its institutional racism. The 5 men gave their evidence to the highly charged inquiry. The resulting Macpherson report led to new race laws and dozens of proposals for police reform. For many black people, it only confirmed what they already knew from bitter experience.
It is a moment to reflect, to learn and to change. It will certainly lead to new laws, but more than that, it must lead to new attitudes.
And we hope that because people are aware of the situation, we'll not just sit back and say we are there, but use this opportunity to go forward and try and do some good.
The Lawrences never gave up their pursuit of justice for their murdered son. A special fund was set up to finance their efforts, and in May the new forensic evidence was deemed sufficient for the new trial. Today's verdict won't bring Stephen back, but the Lawrences' dogged campaign for their son did much to change British race relations and its police for good. Simon McGregor-Wood, Al Jazeera, London.